Ready as I ever been.
That was a bad idea.
No water.
No.
Frozen water. I know, the wipers are doing a spectacular job. I think some new wipers might be a good idea. This one's missing.
Oh, hang on. That might be the problem. Got my reading glasses on.
This one's missing about 90% of the window. Oh, that valve's getting bad.
I need to give it a very gentle squirt. In case it frozen.
Squirt?
Yeah.
With oil?
No! It's green stuff.
Ah. I was talking about the belt. The belt's getting bad.
Oh, the squeaky?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. The mouse I got under there.
Actually, I was watching, do you know Musty One I like to watch?
Yeah.
I was watching one of his videos. His vehicle had failed.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
What?
Talking about mice.
Yeah.
He took off, it was evidently, he was saying it's misfiring like crazy. A little V8, 4.7 litre.
Yeah.
Because even the computer said random misfire, so even the computer didn't know what it was.
Random.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was expecting it. He expected one side of the V8. He thought it'd be timing. And he checked the other side. The other side was off by 2 teeth.
Was what?
Off by 2 teeth.
2 teeth.
Yeah. The crankshaft. The top one.
Camshaft.
Yeah, that's it. It was off by 2 teeth. It jumped.
Oh.
And there was a good reason for that.
Right.
Just in between the belt,
Yeah.
that way,
Yeah.
was a half of a mouse.
Oh. Poor thing. You got in there, started it up, and went round and clunked.
God, yeah, that mouse probably never had such a fast Ferris wheel to run around.
Imagine what poor thing was going through.
Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing was? We never found the head.
No?
The mouse's head was gone.
Mm.
He looked everywhere for it. No head.
Probably
Just
got flipped out of the case. Or something.
talking about mice.
You must have been in there somewhere.
He wondered why it was misfiring and sounding like absolute rubbish. It's because the mouse that got into the belt made it jump.
Half time.
Yeah.
But you have trouble with it,
Yeah. On an end, is it easier on a bigger engine than a smaller engine?
Nope. Exactly the same on a Massey 8, 10. You could have 10 camshafts if you want.
Well, it's pretty simple to line up the cranks.
But you've got to have them all lined up. So
Yeah,
this
and the
one,
pistons in the right strokes.
you don't have the camshaft right, and this piston will come up and smash out the end of the engine.
Oh, is this not an interference engine? Is this an interference engine or safe?
Oh, this is definitely interference. There is no room for error. with the
So if the
diesel.
belt goes in this, you might as well say, bye engine.
Oh, the engine shot. Kiss it goodbye.
Would you replace the engine?
In this, yeah. I take it apart first, if the engine can be done. But
At the end of the day,
usually sometimes you get very lucky
And you've
in
just
the
got-
position where the pistons are just about the valve shut.
or just put a hole in the piston, that doesn't matter.
Or put a
Piston's
hole
not
in the
expensive.
piston. And that'll be it.
The only thing you got to think of is when you
But if it cracks the head, bends the valves, cracks the guides up, you know, that's it.
or bends the crankshaft, this can happen.
Oh, Conrod's bent, yeah.
Or the crankshaft itself, because that's a lot of pressure being pushed down on it.
That's where that affects the crew. Engines blow up so well. Because they're revving way over what they should be revving. Right? They're doing about 10,000 or 20,000 RPM. Some of them even more. Okay? They've got a supercharger on top, pressurising the engine to about 80-90 pounds. 100 at the top. £100 pressure going in behind those valves. when those valves open, that is pressurized. So you can imagine how much compression is there. It's through the roof.
That's the funny thing with engines nowadays.
And then they pump in a great deal of diesel in there as well. Right? That's why you get so much black smoke.
Yeah, when you start.
No, when they're revving. When the tractor, you know the tractor pulling.
Oh, is that why they smoke?
When they're revving, right?
That's because they're getting too much diesel?
That's because they're getting as much diesel as the engine can take before it blows up.
Ah, okay.
And those bloody great turbos, you see, is pushing in about another £50 each on each one. So they're blowing enough air to burn the fuel. But
that puts a lot of stress on everything, yeah.
But that over stresses everything, and it's just like it holds together. If you push it out, and then you've got a massive explosion. That's why you see whole engines flying out, because they put too much fuel in it. It hasn't burnt it all. It hasn't cleared it fast enough, and
it compresses so hard it just goes bang.
Well, what they call it is, what do they call it now?
Runaway, isn't it?
Hydraulic. Right? Once a hydraulic arm is as far as it can go, it can't go any further. So the more pressure you put in, it's just going to blow up.
One thing I've always
And that's why engines blow in half, because it's got too much diesel and it's gone bang. You can't compress it, so it just...
I'm guessing that's why in the videos a lot of head gaskets blow.
Yes, too much
Because the
pressure.
head gasket just can't handle.
That's right, yeah.
One thing I've always wondered with diesels, how does a runaway actually happen?
Runaway engine, on all engines, apart from the tractors, they haven't got governors on. This one, it'll only rev so hard and that's it.
Yeah, because I have limiter on.
Right? Yeah. But what happens, that limiter breaks.
Oh, I've seen it gets stuck.
And it gets stuck flat out.
But how come if you turn ignition off, it still runs with no fuel pressure or anything?
Starts burning the oil in the bottom of the sump.
Oh, it starts running on the oil.
Yeah. And diesel going in it as well. Because diesel pump is flat out. No matter how you switch that thing off, it's null and void. As long as there's fuel in the tank, it will keep going. And
so
you can't open that bonnet because any second the piston could come out at a very high speed.
So it's all because the governor gives up.
Yeah. Governor steps flat out.
I've always wondered why they did that.
What me now, when I put my foot on the accelerator on this, alright, and it's going nice and slowly as it is, I can keep my foot stationary and the engine won't stall. See, a normal petrol engine would be chugging now.
Yeah.
Now the governor's cutting and it's opened the throttle a bit to hold the speed.
Oh, that's clever.
You know, diesels do that. That's why they last so long.
That's why I would love a diesel one day.
Because you can't, and they rev very low.
Yeah. They're not designed to rev hard because they're not designed for speed.
No.
Diesels are designed to be low budget, walk horse, or run around.
Workhorses. They're not designed for what we're using the diesel engine for.
This thing is designed for long distance driving. No more than that.
No, a diesel engine was invented for tractors.
But how come they're being used in cars then?
Well, they've just did that with
I'm going to put this in my pocket.
cars is...
Oh dear, we have another lunch down the middle. DC can go in my bag because I'm not going to carry it.
When you open the door and open up.
Anything coming? Go on.
No,
Can I get out?
I'll keep you going for a few days.
Picking you down.
It's not very healthy food though.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to eat it quick. Grab my backpack first because I can put that on and it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, that one's fine. Just put one in each hand, can't you?
Huh?
Put one in each hand.
No, because I've got...
Now you got your e-cig.
Yes, in my bag.
What phone?
Can't put one in each hand because you'd rip everything out my hand. He'd pull so hard I'd lose it.
The lightest bag, put it in my
This is okay.
Because at the moment the governor ain't working.
No, it's just Icon. I just wondered. Because everyone used to tell me it's not good to let diesel
I
sit.
could put this in first gear and pull off from here.
Oh yeah.
But that's the governor working.
Yeah, and the torque of the engine.
No, nothing to do with the torque. It's the governor working.
Right. How
The
do new
governor's
diesels
opening the
work?
throttle to stop it stalling.
Do new diesels have mechanical governors or computerised governors?
I don't
I would
know.
have thought this had mechanical.
Computerised and well, they're partly mechanical and computerised. But they're still sticking Revlin, that's all.
Oh yeah.
But it's mainly older cars that do it. You know. But when they go, it's best to walk away and just let them blow.
Yeah, I like watching runaways at the internet.
Unless
It's
you're
quite
very
fun.
quick and you can cut the fuel line.
It's not the fuel line. The best thing to do is to cover the air filter if you can, choke it.
Ah, yeah, that's if you're quick enough. Right?
If it's me, I'd just rip
But on
every
a modern
wire off the
car,
top
you'd
of the
never
engine
get to
screen.
the air filter
Yeah.
quick
I'd-
enough.
If it was me, I'd just rip off every wire I can see on the top
Nah,
of the engine.
nah. Wires don't work neither.
No?
Not on a diesel.
Oh yeah. It's a fuel line, yeah.
Fuel line. Get under the car and cut the fuel line.
Or pull the electric wires.
Then when it runs out of oil, if it hasn't been revving too long, then you'll be alright.
If you can get to the air filter, that's the best part.
No, I know.
That'll kill it dead.
The air filter's covered with pipes and bloody all sorts
When
and
you're trying to
everything.
save your car, trust me, you'll be able to get those
Yeah.
pipes off.
You couldn't pull it all off because it's all fixed on and it's all tightened down and everything.
Oh, if you break it off, it's just safe for ages.
By the time you've done that, you might have a piston in your face.